Well, it is time to let the Willis watchdogs out. Let's start with that first story. Reports out today the SEC may have more states and cities in the crosshairs when it comes to municipal bond fraud. This after they settled claims with New Jersey yesterday for not disclosing it didn't put enough cash into its two biggest pension plans. So let's meet the panel. Aaron Task is with Tech Ticker. Connie is a real estate agent in Los Angeles. And Fox Business's Ashley Webster joins us from our newsroom. All right, Connie, I want to start with you. What do you make of this story? Who's going to be in the crosshairs next?
I don't know. I think a lot of people, hold the state government to a higher standard, so this is disappointing. Apparently, I didn't know that the guidelines were a little looser for state and local governments compared to corporations that are selling securities to investors. So obviously I think we need to raise those requirements and those guidelines so that this doesn't happen more in the future. But I don't think that we need to have a study for 2 years as the president has suggested doing.
No commissions, Connie?
No.
Okay. Aaron, what do you make of this? Because let me tell you, if you really look at how these states count this dough, it's crazy. The way they move it around and hide money.
Yeah, well, I think the president wants a 2-year study because he's afraid the SEC will start looking how the federal government moves money around. I mean, this is all Enron accounting. Enron corporations did it. All the big banks did it. I mean, let's not forget, the big banks were advising states like New Jersey on how to put their deals together.
But that's no excuse,
It's
Aaron.
no excuse, but I'm saying it's everywhere. It's how business is done in America. We're going to borrow from Peter to pay Paul and shuffle paper around and make it look like our assets are better so we can sell debt. And nobody questioned it for a very long time. That's how we got into this crisis in the first place.
Ashley, please be outraged on my behalf, will you? Yeah, these people are like,
well,
whatever they want to do.
No, but
you know what? Based on this philosophy and based on this, the federal government should be sued by the Chinese for all of its out-of-control spending as a major bond, as a major investor in the United States. Yes, it is based on borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, I agree. I'm outraged.
I'm outraged. I'm just saying it's everywhere. It's just not specific to New Jersey or Miami or other states where they're looking into this.
Gotta change,
you really
start
peeling off that onion.
If you can't trust the statements, what can you trust? How do you know how to invest, right?
That's what we found out with all those Wall Street firms that looked like they had all these great profits, but it was all based on fraud.
All right, okay, next story here. The next time you call a customer service call center, you may be talking to somebody in this country, imagine that, and not India. That's because wages have come down so much in this country, it will cost companies the same to open a center here as it would in India. Aaron?
Well, this is good news if it means more jobs for Americans, and I think it's amazing, though, how quickly a few years ago, globalization, it was so much cheaper to produce stuff in India. China, wages are going up there as well. Chinese companies are offshoring businesses to places like Indonesia and Eastern Europe. So it's, the economists would say this is how it's supposed to work. You get these imbalances for a while, and then things get too cheap in one country, and then jobs come back. It's just really hard to wait until those jobs come back if you're out of work.
Connie, what do you think?
Well, I don't know too much about, how much it costs to survive in India, but I'm a little concerned that we're paying our workers about the same as what somebody's making in India, because I think the cost of living is a lot higher, so I'm not too excited about it.
That's the point.
Yeah,
we're
paying less. I know, so I just don't think that you can sustain yourself with such a low wage. So I don't think it's really good news. I think we need to create some real jobs and create a product and get back to what we used to do.
Ashley.
Yeah, it's really a kind of a reflection of where the economy is, that these jobs are as cheap as they are, or cheaper than they are in India. But, something's better than nothing. But I will say it would be nice to make a call to one of these places and not have someone with such a thick Indian accent who calls himself Bob. I can actually be able to call someone and be able to understand them would be good. Not to be cruel, but that's true. I'm sure we've all had that experience.
It's the Australian accents that really get on my nerves, We had to do that.
I'm English.
Oh, sorry. It's the English accents. Let me restate that.
Yeah, and we speak English.
Is that what that is? All right. Next story. You can give me heck over email. More than a year and a half into office, a growing number of Americans still mistakenly believe President Obama is a Muslim. That's according to a new poll from the Pew Forum on Religion and Public Life. Ashley, why do you think this is? This is astonishing to me.
It really is. People just really read the first line of something, and, 28% of people believe Elvis is alive and working at a Kmart in Michigan. I mean, people will believe anything they want to. And as the economy goes down, maybe they think, oh, yeah, they tend to take on some negative stereotypes. It's amazing to me. I think it was 1 in 10 back in April, so now it's, 1 in 5.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Well, Ashley makes a great point. As the economy has gotten worse, more people believe President Obama is a Muslim, including more Democrats. It's not just a Republican or a right-wing thing. And it's incredible. Unfortunately, I think it's the result of what they call the big lie. You say something so outrageous, if you say it enough times, a certain amount of people will start to believe it. And it's unfortunate.
Wow. Connie?
Well, whether Obama is a closet Muslim or not, we'll never know. And it really isn't the issue. We have way too many things that we have to deal with. And I think that we should just stick, if we believe in free, that you could be of any religion in this country, then let's just stick with the issues. Let's not attack him whether he's a Muslim or not. Let's get to solving the big problems, please.
Wait, Connie, do you think that Obama is a Muslim?
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care.
Is there a question about this?
He says he's a Christian. I mean, no practicing Muslim would say they were a Christian, because that would be sacrilege to them.
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think we should be discussing it. Who cares? He's the President of the United States. Let's talk about the issues, and we have real problems that we have to deal with.
It's not like we don't have any issues.
I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
Got lots of issues. All right, how about another story? In a scene you would see on The Office, employees at a British factory are getting their pay docked for every bathroom break they take. Ashley, that's crazy.
Well, as an Aussie, I'm outraged, but let me just tell you this.
I'm
One
so
word.
embarrassed.
One word. Depends. That's all you need. Then you don't have to get
my gosh.
Then you don't get docked. I think it's outrageous, pathetic, and typically, of these short-sighted companies are trying to eke out every last penny. Ridiculous.
Yes, Aaron.
It's so easy to make people feel good about their workplace, and that the fact that companies would do something like this, that maybe they're going to save, 30 cents an hour on each employee. It's insanity, because what are you going to do to morale and your employees, and productivity is going to go way down. It's just not worth it. It's idiotic. Any company that would do this, I wouldn't buy their toilets. I don't know what they make. It's ridiculous.
Connie?
Well, I think it's going to discourage people from having a high-fiber diet, and that's wrong. They're going to have to choose between their health and their wealth. So I think it's terrible.
All right. Well, let's go on to the next story. 1 week from today marks the 90th anniversary of the women's right to vote. Yay! But equality, some say, is still out of reach, since it's legal for men to go topless, but not for women. I don't know who these people are, but one group is making this Sunday National Topless Day. Connie?
Woohoo! I hear that there's going to be a demonstration in Venice, so maybe I'll check it out. But you know what? A lot of guys are for this because they think that they're going to see a bunch of Pamela Andersons walking around. But, I used to live in Munich, Germany, where people in the summer would be nude by the Isar River, and let me tell you, it is not what you think. It's the people that you want these people to have their clothes on. Trust me, it's not all that great. Not for it.
What do the Aussies say, Ashley?
I don't know. I'm just visualizing the sagging business in Munich. But, look, if there's going to be a rally, I'm right there with the ladies. But honestly, a little bit of modesty goes a long way.
Amen to that. Aaron?
I agree.
I fully support a woman's right to go topless. It's the men who are wearing bra and panties to show their support that's where I draw the line. We can't have that in America. That just goes way too far.
All right. Thanks, Connie, Ashley, and Aaron. We'll be right back with Grover Norquist.